Here's the help us write a response. This must be Bruce. What's his name? Who put this up? Portland Area Transit Agency Division of the Amalgamated have agreed to negotiate terms of the next contract out of public view, but the biggest issue on the table will surely be the terms of the fringe benefits, which are among the most generous in the nation, and the most generous in the nation. Now, well, let's see that. You know, these are words. I want to see comparisons. You know, they're pretty good, this paper, just throwing around words, but we don't actually see any charts here, do we? Further, costs of medical benefits are growing dramatically, and that's supposed to be, yeah, costs are growing dramatically because of the criminal insurance private for-profit system. That's the problem, not the TriMet bus driver. Driving TriMet toward a future when it becomes a healthcare coverage company that happens to own a lot of buses. What a crock of shit. It's an employer that provides its employees with benefits. You want to look at a criminal and who's responsible. You look at the health insurers, not the transit agency. The transit agency is an ideal vehicle to illustrate how medical and related costs have spiraled levels that could cripple its ability to provide its core services. Considering that the agency just announced plans to kill 4 bus lines, reduce service to 24 hours, and raise fares and nickels, timely to review just what ails TriMet. Be sure the agency is up against a lot of challenges. Rising fuel costs, blah, blah, blah. So does agency derives larger share of payroll tax. TriMet is also spending more money on things like West. The big success story, West. See, that's all they say about it. They don't say nothing about West and how much, $47 million put into that above budget. But the item in this that jumps off the page is the fringe benefit for unionized workers. Negotiated TriMet agreed to pay 100% of composite rate medical prescription drug, of which we sacrificed pay raises to get that, for full-time independence. According to a survey last year of 171 transit agencies, TriMet is one of 17. There's 17 transit agencies that pay 100%. There's 17. There's not 1. There's not 2. There's not 3. No, there are 17. Let's see the list of who they are, by the way. See how there's no list here? There's no chart. Nothing here. 17. We're one of 17. Hi. It's the 5th highest in terms of premium dollars the agency pays for. The 5th highest. So where's that chart that shows that? Let's see the other 4, and let's see who they are and how much they pay, and let's see what's going on with their contracts. Blue Cross Blue Shield Provider Plan jumped 22% per year per family for unionized workers, and that's somehow our fight, our problem, and that's our fault that Blue Cross raised its rates 22%. In hindsight, TriMet General. I'm not going to use that. Of course, the agency wishes it to negotiate a different pay. That's what TriMet Citizens Advisory Committee was talking about last spring. The Citizens Advisory Committee is just spouting what they tell them to spout, okay? Those people are a bunch of nobodies. TriMet official and board members face the challenge of bending the trend. Bending the trend, yep. The Citizens Committee recommends the agency begin shifting some of its health care costs to workers. Right, so they'll take our money now and give it to the healthcare industry, you see, rather than, so that the healthcare industry, instead of having to take the tax dollars, which can be spent for others, like things like war and high-speed rail and streetcars, they'll take our money now. See, the insurance companies want our money. And suggested freezing benefits for retirees and adopting less generous. In the past, transit unions bristle at criticism, noting that it has made concessions in other ways. It points out that driving bus is stressful. The union's business said that last week. The union's waiting. The business of TriMet is supposed to be delivering riders from place to Portland is standing in the drizzle, waiting for the bus, attempting to correlate the degree of passenger side, the lack of balance. This is such a... Nobody wants to punish transit workers. You don't want to punish. You want to dismantle the unions. This is a propaganda paper, especially when they do jobs most of us permanent. But in a large degree, access is a function of cost. And the current scheme of things at TriMet, the cost is borne. Notice how there's not one reference to the executive salaries, not one reference to all the growth that they've done there. It's only focusing on us. It doesn't provide any facts, doesn't provide any figures, doesn't provide any charts. It's nothing but propaganda, vicious propaganda. And I'd like to point out that last week, the same newspaper, this piece of crap, the Oregonian, no union member should have a subscription to this, no union member's family. If you can convince your friends to stop, have them stop subscribing. Last week they were just couldn't wait for the teachers union to go on strike so they could break that union too. So we're under serious threat by propagandists like this paper who don't give you the facts but try to use emotional propaganda on the American people, who are getting screwed by the private industry, private sector, who is screwing them. They won't even give them real jobs anymore, using class envy against us, and Americans are falling for it hook, line, and sinker.